What is going on, guys? It is Heel Turns and High Spots, bringing you guys another video, and here we are. We are predicting AEW Owen's Hart tournament right here on Heel Turns and High Spots. If you guys have not already, follow us on Twitter, as you guys can see them on your screens right now. Freebird Prodigy, Charlie's a C, Belleville 44, and our official Heel Turns and High Spots Twitter is at HTurn and HSpots, and we also have a TikTok channel at Heel Turns and High Spots on TikTok as well. How you doing, Char?
We're doing good. You did great, Freeman. Great intro.
You know, you got to one up yourself each and every time here.
Yep, you have to. And yeah, I'm just super stoked to go over these tournaments. I'm a huge tournament guy. I love when wrestling companies do tournaments. I love March Madness. I love playoffs and all the sports. And yeah, let's freaking get into it.
I cannot wait to start talking about it. So do we want to hop? We really didn't discuss how we want to do the format of this before. Do we want to start with the men's?
Yeah, tournament first.
Yeah. Do we want to start with the men's or the women's?
Let's do men's.
Okay.
Since we seem to be more in agreement about that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's. So for those of you guys who do not know, here is your men's Owen Hart tournament. So tonight on Dynamite, I believe we are seeing Jeff Hardy, Darby Allin, and I can't remember the last one. I don't want to get it wrong, Charlie. What's the next one?
Let me pull it up really quick. I have it right in my notes skis. It is Adam Cole and Dax Harwood.
Adam Cole and Dax Harwood, and then I know we're also getting a women's match tonight. So so why
Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter.
Oh, that should be a good match.
Yeah, that will be a good match for sure.
I cannot wait, bro. We are almost there, guys. A couple more hours to AEW Dynamite. And so let's start talking with let's talk about the right side of the bracket then first, because those are the matches that are going to be tonight.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. So we have Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin. Right off the rip, there's no way Jeff goes over here. You know, you could be the hottest wrestler in the entire world. You're not beating a pillar.
No.
The only people that beat pillars are other pillars and world champions. That's it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And this is just like a dream match by many. And plus Darby is such in need of a big win. He has been losing a lot lately on AEW television. You know, a lot to Andrade, a lot to a couple other people. So this would be a really nice thing to have Darby Allin go over here and, you know, get him a big win against Jeff Hardy.
No, 100%. And there's no reason that Jeff Hardy needs to win this match. He's actually the only person that has actually wrestled Bret Hart, which is kind of a cool fact. But yeah, I expect this one to be a banger, and it's definitely a dream match for Darby Allin. I think I can speak for him.
Yeah. And I was just about to ask you that, but you just answered my question. I was like, I was gonna say, do you think that it's gonna be a big match? But you said yes.
Yeah. 100%. It's a big match feel. Yeah, this is a dream match for a lot of people. I know that when I first saw Darby Allin, like for the very first time at PWG, Battle of Los Angeles 2019, I was like, this guy reminds me of Jeff Hardy. Like right off the rip, you know what I mean? They have a lot of similarities in movesets. But yeah, this will be a good one.
Charlie,
on.
Oh,
I'm holding.
Yep, I cannot. On. I'm an idiot.
When I first saw Darby Allin.
We're good.
Okay.
I was just making sure the sound was good, and I forgot I turned the volume on my phone off, so I wasn't hearing any volume for a second. So I just want to make sure we were good. Yeah. We're good.
For sure. Sweet.
So,
but yeah,
so
I see this one going.
So, I think we're both in agreement that this match will be a coffin drop versus swanton match. I think personally. I mean, I don't know about you, I guess, but I definitely think that's gonna be the story of the match, is the coffin drop versus the swanton.
Yeah.
So I definitely think, you know, maybe Darby goes for like. He probably ends up hitting 3 coffin drops, and then Jeff Hardy only can hit 2 swantons, is my guess.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of no selling for me. I see it more playing out of first person to hit their finisher is going to win the match. I don't think there's any reason anybody needs to kick out of anybody's finisher in the first round of a tournament. I think it'll be a lot of high flying counter wrestling. Jeff Hardy might not be able to move the way he can, but he can still tell a story in the ring for sure. But yeah, I think this will definitely come down to the first person to be able to hit the finisher.
Hearing about that, I think it does make a lot more sense to do it your way. As it would keep both people's finishers looking strong, and it would both individuals would have a positive coming out of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's always better to go the route of fearing for your life of this man's finisher, like going about everything to not let this guy hit their finisher. That even puts the finisher over more so than even hitting the finisher at times.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot. Did you start the Twitter Spaces for tonight?
Yep, I got
Perfect.
it. I got it all set up.
So, if you guys do not know, we're now doing Twitter Spaces during each and every AEW Dynamite. If you want, you can come in and request mic access, and we'll let you talk for a couple minutes, and you can share your thoughts and opinions. So we'll be doing that at 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a great time. I can't wait. We tried it out for the first time last week, and yeah, we had some people come in, some people that liked some wrestling. It was really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how many new people join us today.
Oh yeah, always. But yeah, let's get into the next match here. We got Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood. This has banger written all over it.
Can I say one thing that's not even about the match? It's just about Dax. So I think I sent this to you. Actually, I did send this to you. I know this to a fact, and I wish I saved it. But I literally just got back to my apartment, so I didn't have enough time to put it on the screen for you guys. But Dax Harwood actually had his name misspelled on. Notice how I said Hardwood. So he had his name misspelled on an AEW graphic. And instead of saying Harwood, this was for his match against Adam Cole. It said Adam Cole versus Dax Hardwood. And then there was another one where it was like HORWOOD or something like that.
Yep.
So I don't know how your own company is like misspelling your own wrestler's name, but
that bad.
But we need to figure that out, Tony.
Yeah, we definitely need to figure that out. That is just straight up disrespectful.
Yeah.
100%. But back on the match, how do you see this one going?
I think this is gonna be a great wrestling match. Adam Cole and Dax Harwood are both phenomenal in the ring. And I think what's great about this match is Dak has more of a technical wrestling background, where you see more Adam Cole, pulling out like super kicks and like high flying offense and more stuff like that. So it's just like a nice, it should be a nice match of kind of like of what they can do.
Yeah, it really should be. They both have, like you said, that technical style to them. And I love Dax, but I seriously do not see him going over here. I truly don't think there's a much of a chance. He's got a tag team to deal with, and this is Cole's storyline that he's running with right now. He's been chanting about the Undisputed Elite in the tournament for weeks now. For him to get eliminated in the first round would be stupid. So as much as I would love to want Dax to continue in the tournament here, I think it's only right that Cole goes over. But I mean, shit, if you look at like so many other names on this tournament, he could beat a lot of them, and it would be reasonable. So he just got paired up with the crappy first round.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that when I started talking is that if he got mashed up with almost anyone besides probably Samoa Joe, you probably could make him like an argument that he could beat him.
Yeah, everybody but Darby Allin is what I'm looking at. Darby Allin and Samoa Joe.
And but like that's just crazy.
Yeah. That is
But
crazy.
I'm the same way. I do think Adam Cole is gonna show out here. I think Adam Cole is gonna be the winner and move on into the second round of the Owen Hart tournament versus Darby Allin.
Yeah, I'm right there in agreement with you. Next up, we got Rey Fenix and Kyle O'Reilly. Straight up, this is going to be an absolute banger. I don't know when we're going to get this match. Probably either on Rampage or on Dynamite next week. One of the two. But I can't wait for this match. We just saw an introduction to Kyle O'Reilly singles wrestling when he went up against Jungle Boy. And he looked fantastic. His finisher is sweet. That diving knee from the top rope looks sweet. But it's Rey Fenix. When you say Rey Fenix, this man is 29. This man is 29. He is at
He's still a
his
boy.
young age. He's still a boy. At his young age of 29, he is arguably swapping out with Bandito, the greatest luchador alive right now. And I say that with 100% seriousness. AEW can't drop the ball here. I know he's got a tag team with the Lucha Bros, but, and I know this kind of goes against what I said about Dax, but it's Rey freaking Fenix, man. He's got to go over Kyle O'Reilly here. And plus, if Kyle O'Reilly gets eliminated, he can help Adam Cole interfere in his matches going forward. So if you get him out early, he can help Adam Cole with his run. Yeah. Once again, bad matchup for Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually throw something different into the mix. I do think Rey Fenix wins, but I think why he wins is just for the simple fact that he has been off TV for so long, and this is just and I think this is just a good opportunity to him get a win against Kyle O'Reilly here, and have a great match, give him some spotlight even if it's just for a round, but have him have that spotlight, get a couple wins under his belt maybe, and we know what he can do in the ring. I mean, come on now, like the Lucha Bros together are unstoppable. And I don't think I've ever seen Rey Fenix wrestle a singles match. Maybe I have, but
yeah, he definitely had his run. Him and Penta have like a reoccurring feud between the two of them, so we'll probably see him and Penta feud eventually here pretty soon. But every company they've gone into, they've had a feud with each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I love the Lucha Bros.
Oh, and his match with Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship at I don't know, one of their pay-per-views. I'm not gonna even try to remember. That was a banger, absolute banger. Phoenix can go for sure.
Oh yeah, yes sir. So moving on here, Samoa Joe and the Joker Char.
Yeah, so straight up, who's the Joker going to be in your opinion?
So I'm gonna give you a handful of names, I guess, of who I think it's gonna be, and then I'll tell you who I think we're gonna see. So I'll give you like the available names, and then like off the top of my head. So I mean, this could really be Killer Cross, Karrion Kross. This could be Johnny Gargano. No. This could be Claudio. I'm gonna just listen to free agents right now. This could be
Gotcha.
Bray Wyatt. This could be that's pretty much it from the free agents I would want to see. So I think most likely, I don't think Johnny Gargano is ready to come back because his wife just had a baby, and it's only literally been like a month since that. So I think it's a little too soon. I do think, though, that whenever Johnny Gargano is going to come back, it would need to be like a situation like this where Johnny Gargano and his wife Candice can debut at the same time. And like that, this would be a perfect spot. Like if you plug them both into the Jokers, like that would.
I was literally just about to say that.
But
like that would be such a cool moment if both of them end up being the Jokers, especially if it's on the same night. Like that would be really, really cool. But yeah, as far as the women's side, we'll get to it when we get to it. But Johnny Gargano would be really, really dope. But like you said, I don't think he's quite ready to come back. Who else was there? Killer Kross, you said? Yeah,
Killer Kross. I don't think that this is the spot for him to come in.
I agree.
I don't. The two options I do see is Cesaro, Claudio, and I do see a returning Miro debuting here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Gargano, he's my want, but we can't get everything we want. I think realistically we're looking at Claudio and Miro. But you're getting a pop out of me for either of those two names.
You'll get a pop out of me if it's Bray Wyatt, okay?
For sure. Now this is interesting though, because this is going to be really telling about how AEW is going to book Samoa Joe in the future. I know I don't want to steal your thunder, but I know you figure there's probably going to be some disqualification of some sort, right?
Yeah, I kind of envision this, we both know that Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal have been at each other's feet for the past couple of, almost a month now. So I do see Jay Lethal coming in, and especially after what we saw on, I think, Rampage, when Samoa Joe came out during the Jay Lethal and the guy from Japan's match,
Takashita?
Yeah, and so I mean, we saw like Samoa Joe come out and then he couldn't do anything. So I do think that like at this moment when Samoa Joe's in the match, I bet you Jay Lethal comes out and costs him his match because Samoa Joe tried to beat him up last week.
Yeah. Now I agree with you. All the way up to that makes the match. I'm not. I think there's probably like a 60% chance that situation happens. The only 40% is that makes the match really, really, really overbooked.
Yeah.
That makes the match super, because then you got that Joker at the beginning. You got Lethal doing his thing. You got Lethal's opening pop, right? And then you got what he does is like his action pop, and then you got the finish pop. That's a really booked match, right? That's my only thing with that. What my 40% is, I hope we get a clean match here, and I really do, because once again, I talked about this a few streams ago. Samoa Joe is the Ring of Honor television champion. We got AEW World Championship, TNT title, Ring of Honor World Championship, the Pure Championship, and then fifth most important is the television title. If we're just going by lineage, right? Samoa Joe is really, on paper, not supposed to be booked like a beast yet. Like he can be. Like he beat Trent, sure. It's Trent, from the Best Friends. But if Miro beats Samoa Joe clean here, I wouldn't be mad. If Claudio beats Samoa Joe clean here, I wouldn't be mad. Simply because of the fact that Samoa Joe's a Ring of Honor guy. And I know Tony Khan says that it's not supposed to be a developmental kind of situation, but come on. We all know it is. It is. But that's just my opinion. But 60%, I think there is some fuck shit on the end of Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just look at this like you really don't need to have Samoa Joe like losing this match clean and like giving him a loss so early in his AEW time, and you don't need to necessarily have him like go over here either. It's definitely I see it both ways. It's just it's literally all up to Tony Khan.
See, that's the thing with tournaments, though. We did touch on this previously. Especially, like, this tournament, like, I don't think people understand how stacked this tournament truly is. Do you want to know why bookers don't make tournaments this stacked? It's because, how many people are there? 8, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys need to get buried on the way for the one guy to be put over. Not buried. 7 guys, I worded that terribly.
Or losing.
7 guys need to take the pin for the main guy to, get the win. And so you can't have fuck shit happen all the way through, right? Because that buries the guy who won. Unless he's a super heel, right? If Adam Cole does fuck shit all the way through here, that's a heel move, man. That's so heel. He just ruined this tournament, right? He's gonna get so much heat off of that. But you can't. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Let me back up. What sucks about tournaments this stacked is that people are gonna have to take pins. right? And that's just the nature of it. And these people are important. Like shit, Darby Allin's gonna have to lose. Adam Cole might have to lose. Rey Fenix gonna have to lose. Dax is gonna have to lose. You know, Samoa Joe's gonna have to lose. And whoever the Joker is might have to lose. You know what I mean? It's just like it's troubling and it's tricky for a booker. But I believe in Tony Khan.
Yeah, I kind of want to piggyback on what you just said there. Is I kind of lost my train of thought because, but so I'm looking at. I wanted to take it piece by piece. I know. So with that first part you were saying, I wanted to talk about like the other people that like are not even in this tournament. Like there's so many people that we were talking about earlier, like just to name a few, like you got Andrade, you got like you could even have put Brian Cage if you wanted to in the match. You got Bryan Danielson, you got Brody King, you got Chris Jericho. You know, like, and that's just, we just got to the C on AEW rosters page, Charlie.
Yeah, that's C.
So, like, there's still like 20 of other people you could put in this match. But that being said, I have total faith in AEW because we're not watching WWE here, and and if this was a King of the Ring tournament, I would tell you that, you know, as we saw with the women's tournament, no match went over 4 minutes. And
that's disgraceful.
yeah, and but I do think there is a way to do a tournament. So like I think if you have one match, hold on, so I'm gonna say my limit, like, so out of total you're gonna have like 7 matches, I believe.
Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 7 matches.
So so out of those 7 matches, in the grand scheme of things, if you only have one match ending in fuck shit, it's not that big of a deal.
No.
But
where it becomes a big deal is when it goes to like the 3s,
correct,
the 4s. Then it's just like, why are we here?
Yeah, so
unless they're pushing the person as a super heel. That's the only time it works. Like an MJF, he could pull it off. He could 100% pull it off.
Yeah, so that's why I think I'd be okay with it if Adam Cole had to do some fuck shit because he's a super heel, and then if the Samoa Joe match ended in a disqualification match, if those two were it,
and it's clean all the way through, that's fine. Yep, that's a good ratio. Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
But I think I do think anything more is a little overbearing.
We're getting into WWE style. But yeah, let's get into the second round. Just for a recap, we got Darby Allin, Adam Cole, Rey Fenix, and the Joker going into the second round. We got first match of the second round of the semifinals. We got Darby Allin versus Adam Cole. Just first thoughts, this is going to be a banger if it hypothetically happened, because now we're speaking in hypotheticals, right? Because we don't know for sure.
Nope.
You know, we could fantasy book all day long, but we don't know for sure at this point.
Yeah, and what we should do is on Thursday, after we actually see some of these matches play out, we should go back to it.
Yep, for sure. And we should also keep track of each other's bracket.
Yeah,
we should do a little competition.
So we could do that. Do a little March Madness bracket.
Yep, I like it. But yeah, we got Darby Allin and Adam Cole. This is going to be a banger. In every single match through the tournament is going to be a banger up until this point. Poor Darby Allin's going to have to take the job here. And he's going to have to... I think this is Adam Cole's fuck shit match, like we were mentioning before. Just because Darby is a pillar, and like we were alluding to earlier, you can't beat a pillar clean. Like, it's just not going to happen. We forgot the clean part at the end, but now we're confirming. You can't beat a pillar clean unless you're a world champion. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. Poor Darby Allin and Adam Cole, in my opinion, is going to hypothetically move on to the finals.
Yeah, so I kind of envision this match. I think the fuck shit is probably because Kyle O'Reilly lost. And Adam Cole is getting a little scared now because he like literally promised the Elite that they were gonna win this tournament, and now there's only one person left.
Dude, can I fantasy book?
You can fantasy book.
All right. So like you were nailing it. You were nailing it. You were absolutely nailing it. So it goes. Adam Cole wins. Kyle O'Reilly loses. Kyle O'Reilly interferes with the Elite, Undisputed Elite, to help Adam Cole. Tony Khan says for the finals, you can't, no Elite, nobody on the ringside. That's what he says. And we all know what happens to Adam Cole when the sides are equal, right?
Yep.
He loses.
He does. Yeah, that is probably what happens. And I mean, it is like, but at the same time, like Adam Cole, like he's had a lot of big losses.
Yeah.
So at one point, like he needs to get a big win, and like winning the tournament would be a nice boost. I mean, like, and we'll talk about this.
Cole winning this match?
I do see Cole beating Darby. I'm gonna say that it's not clean. I am gonna say that it's not clean. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't quote me on this. I would love to see. You don't have to quote me on anything. I would love to see how many times the Pillars have been pinned clean by non-world champions. So by not Hangman, Mox, Kenny, or Jericho. I would love to see that. But yeah, I'm right there with you. I think this match ends with some fuck shit. Next up, we got Rey Fenix versus the Joker, who we've established we believe is either Claudio or Miro. Who do you believe? What do you think is going on here, Freeman?
Okay, so I think what we should do is, I guess, give our ideas for both people, and you know.
The thing with me is, I think the same thing is going to happen. What helps me is Claudio and Miro have a very, 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 very similar style.
Yeah.
Strongman style.
Yeah.
Very, very, very similar. So I think that this is just my opinion. I think whatever happens to Claudio happens to Miro.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like what we just said. Like, if you're gonna put a strong style wrestler in with a high flyer, like 9 times out of 10, I feel like the strong style wrestler is gonna win.
Yeah, 100%. Unless it's like, the only thing. This is what pops in my mind right away, and we see this all the time. This is how Darby gets most of his losses. Right? This is literally how Darby gets most of his losses. Right off the top of my head, No Way Out 2004, Eddie Guerrero winning the World Championship off of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Bam. There's some history.
Yeah.
That's the one high flyer I can think of that's one off of the. So there's the 1 out of 10.
And you got Rey Mysterio, but
yeah. Yes. I'm sure he won off Batista a few times.
But Rey Fenix he's just not. He's just not right now in a position. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if this was Rey Fenix versus Samoa Joe, I would like to have that argument with you, but it's not. It's Rey Fenix versus Miro and Claudio. So I do think Miro / Claudio is gonna win this match.
Yeah, and just looking at this logistically. We have Phoenix, who was out like 2-3 months. Would you say? Does that sound right?
What, he got injured on? It was about that. Yeah, it was right before Full Gear, right? And he was out until like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So we'll call it 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Miro's been out like 6-7 months at this point. So we have to think, okay, Miro's return is more valuable than Phoenix, and Phoenix this isn't his return match. He's been back before. And okay, now we have to look at the Joker.
Wait, can so you just made me recall something. So I can't remember the year. I'm gonna say 2018. WWE had the King of the Ring tournament. And in it, they had Cesaro versus Samoa Joe. The bell rings, bro. And I kid you not, Claudio full sprints to the corner to Samoa Joe and just gives him the biggest uppercut I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, and
Did that win?
It did not win. Like, it didn't win him the match, but it just looked good for the camera. Like, it just showed you that Cesaro can go with a strong style wrestler. Because I like to think of Samoa Joe in the same caliber as like a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's got that. It's more of like the
look.
Smojo's like The Rock. Smojo's like Roman.
Yeah.
Smojo's like like that style with
Yeah.
the slow strikes and I pick you up and I put you
Yeah.
down in weird ways.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why I just think that Claudio versus the Samoa Joe match would be just such a more like just seeing what they could have done in a WWE ring. It makes you wonder what they could do in an AEW ring when they have when the cuffs are off.
Yeah, 100%, and that's always what it is. The cuffs are off.
Yeah. But yeah, let's,
it's hard
move
watching
on.
WWE nowadays just because of we're so used to the AEW style. WWE's just so slow. It feels so repetitive. Definitely cuffs off for this. But yeah, I'm right there with you. I think the Joker beats Rey Fenix simply because the hype's more on the Joker. Whether it is Claudio or Miro,
Yep.
both returns / debuts are more important than Rey Fenix here.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah, so that leads us to the finals. We got Adam Cole versus the Joker, Claudio and Miro. Free dog. What do you got?
I think, I think if this is, so going back to our fantasy booking, how we said that, or really you said that Adam Cole, like that. So let's say Tony Khan bans the Elite from ringside.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think that like you can make the case for Claudio or Miro to win, and I think they almost like. I almost like this is such a hard booking decision because like it's like for me it's almost 50-50. I could see Adam Cole winning and I could see and I almost certainly could see Adam Cole or Claudio or Miro winning just for the simple fact that they've never they haven't been here. Well, obviously Miro has, but Miro is has almost been off TV for 8 months at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Now what about if we see this, Charlie? What about if we see, like, in the finals, if it's Miro versus Adam Cole, and Lana comes out and helps Miro win?
That would suck, and I would literally hate that. Because if we're going along with our fantasy booking, if the lead are banned, everybody on Miro's side should be banned as well. Okay. I would complain so hard to stream the next day if that happened. I would lose my shit.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah, so just on my side, I think Adam Cole wins here 60-40. I think this is Cole's big win that you were alluding to earlier. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be like, I agree, because that kind of spoils what my answer was. But yeah, I do agree that this is Cole's big win. And he's going to carry this. He's going to hold this so close to his chest, right? And he's going to hold it closer than MJF holds his ring. I got agree. This will be Cole's big win.
Can I fantasy book?
Go, please.
So hear me out here, Charlie. What if we see? So I believe, don't quote me on this, but the winner of the tournament gets a title shot, correct?
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
So I don't know if they do or not, but I thought they did. That's what I thought. That's what I heard, but I could be wrong. And what I like, but. So from that point of view, like I wonder if maybe they aren't because then we would be seeing Adam Cole versus Hangman Page or CM Punk, I guess. But
yeah, hopefully. Well, I wouldn't mind Punk taking the title off of Adam Cole. You can have it that way. If Cole wins, if Cole's like, I earned this shot, face me one more time, right? And then he can lose before Kenny comes back.
Yeah, but for me, I almost don't even want to see that another Hangman versus Adam Cole match.
That's fine. That's completely fine. Well, it won't be at Double or Nothing. It won't be at a pay-per-view.
True.
The match would happen at a Dynamite because the finals are at Double or Nothing. So we have to remember that. It won't be a big build-up.
So, question here. Well, so is the finals happening at Double or Nothing?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're already going to know who's going to win between Adam Hangman Page and CM Punk.
No, that'll be the main event.
No, I'm saying like after, like Adam Cole won't get that title shot that same night.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll already know who's the champion going to be. And, then it's like, if they do get a title shot, like, they won't, and they'll provide some meaning for it in some way, I'm sure.
Well, honestly, I think the meeting's enough. Like, look at this tournament.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
is. It is.
But I think it does just make sense that the winner gets a title shot, like you said. Yeah. And as for the Joker, I haven't even spoken on the Joker side. They're getting the Ruby Soho treatment. Sorry, Cad. Yeah, you're gonna lose in the finals in your debut tournament, just because, you know, you got to pay your dues. Sorry, you're not getting that initial push. Nobody gets an initial push in AEW.
Are
You
we,
got to work for a few months before you get a push.
are we talking about Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter?
No. I'm talking about Claudio and Miri.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out if you get a title shot for the tournament.
I know on the women's side you do, right?
So I mean, if you do for the women's, Oh wait, it says the Owens Hart men and women's tournament will take place in May, culminating with both finals at Double or Nothing. Dr. Martha Hart will hand an award to cups to the winners. We'll have more on Dynamite. It doesn't say anything about the title shots though.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, I do like I am so excited for I do think we do see Cesaro in AEW at some point. Just because like Cesaro is a phenomenal wrestler that was just misused for years in WWE.
Yeah, I can't speak to that. I wasn't watching it. I saw his good stuff.
Yeah.
Like I saw when he was getting pushed. But I stopped watching WWE somewhere during his push. I remember I didn't even like him at the time. Well, when I say at the time, I was like 15 years old. I wasn't that smart yet. But I wasn't too keen to him at the time. But watching his stuff now, it's like can't wait to see him. And he's coming here, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
This is a place where he will shine.
I think we see him more in Ring of Honor.
Oh, I think he's above that.
No, I think he's above it. I just think you want to anchor that Ring of Honor like around two phenomenal wrestlers in Samoa Joe and Cesaro.
Or Jonathan Gresham, man.
And Jonathan Gresham, bro. Like Ring of Honor soon. Like think about it. If you add Claudio, like this might not even be a developmental. This just might be a full-on second brand, bro.
Yeah, it might be.
That would be sick.
Would be cool. This is an interesting situation that very different from NXT. I remember when NXT first came around, it was obviously a developmental. I believe it is a developmental still. I think it's going to be treated like it. Yep. But hey, if you can't tell a difference, it's probably a good thing.
Yep. Let's switch over to the women thing now.
Yeah, we got to speed this up here. We got about 20 minutes.
Yep.
But yeah, let's do this. Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, who you got and why?
So I know we already talked about this a little before. I have to think that I'm going to go with Toni Storm winning this match. You did just say something a little that goes against this, as they don't give new people pushes. But I'm going to, for some reason to me, I think you want to start Toni off here with a win, and then that way she can move on to, you know what? I'm changing my answer.
Good answer.
So,
I like that, Freeman.
I'm changing my answer because
I'm gonna blow my nose.
Okay. I'll keep talking. So, I think Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker have been at each other's feet for a couple of months. And there was almost that feud gonna happen. Like there was almost, you felt Jamie Hayter turning on Britt Baker or vice versa. So maybe this is where we see it. Maybe maybe Britt Baker. This is kind of what I'm thinking, is maybe Britt Baker forces Jamie Hayter, is gonna force Jamie Hayter to not fight her maybe, and then Jamie Hayter just turns and breaks up with Britt Baker. Maybe that's how we get it done, get the match through.
Yeah, not to speed forward. I agree with Jamie Hayter, and but I am going to speed forward simply because it goes with the argument. I actually think that the Joker beats Britt Baker here, and I think that pisses Britt Baker off, and I think she continuously tries to screw Jamie Hayter, culminating in the finals, which I'll get to.
Okay.
Then. but I do think that Britt Baker loses to the Joker, and I think that's a great win for the upcoming. Even
Yep.
though I just said that upcoming, but they can get one win. The Ruby Soho made it to the finals. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just don't get the full push.
Yep.
Like look at Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee now. Keith Lee's a beast. Swerve Strickland's an up and comer who's going to be in our future. Look, did you see my tweet earlier today?
No, I was driving.
Okay, so I tweeted. Let me get the list out here. This is kind of going off point, but I'll make it quick. I'll make it really quick because it's kind of important. So I made a point that MJF, Daniel Garcia, Bandito, Pete Dunne, Rey Fenix, Darby Allin, Swerve Strickland, Dontea Martin, Austin Theory, and Wheeler Yuta are our future. I just want to make that very clear.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think the Joker's going to win here, and I think Britt Baker's going to be pissed, and I think that's what leads to the feud. Earlier, I said that I think Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter's going to meet, but then I saw that Britt Baker's paired up with the Joker. Kind of like the Adam Cole treatment. Anybody else in the tournament, I think she beats, but she doesn't beat the Joker.
So, since we're already on the match, who do you think the Joker's going to be?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not educated enough. I seriously don't even know. I'm not stealing your thunder. I'm not taking your name. I'm just going to pass it to you.
So I do think we see Athena here, Ember Moon. I think this is a perfect time to see her in AEW. We already see her work with. She literally worked with Swerve Scott 2 weeks ago. Like she literally can go, bro. I've seen a couple of her matches in NXT, man, and on the main roster, and she can go if she's given the time. And I would almost make the case that I think she could beat Britt Baker clean, without any fuck shit, and that's where I mean, if it is Athena, I see Athena winning. Like I said during the men's side of the thing, this could also be where we see Candice LeRae though, and if it's where we see Candice LeRae, I'm a little less confident Candice LeRae wins, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair, and a clear key to whenever a heel's about to lose, this is a key. This is clear. This is how you can tell. Is one of their buddies are on commentary, because that means that the buddy can interfere. So if we see Reba or Jamie Hayter on commentary here, expect a Britt Baker loss. Speeding through here, we got Riho and Ruby Soho. I think that Riho hasn't been prominent enough on television for us to. I know she just got that qualifier win, but that's what got her into the tournament. Like everybody in this tournament had qualifier matches. So except for the Jokers, obviously. So I think that just not prominent enough on TV. I think Ruby Soho goes over. I think it's a good opportunity for Ruby Soho to really shine because she hasn't been on TV much in terms of her matches. We've seen her backstage in the Four Horsemen kind of thing, but other than that, not so much.
I'm going to make this very short, very simple. Since Ruby Soho has debuted, she has not been able to do anything big. This is your moment to get her a nice win and get her on the right track moving forward.
Yep, 100%. Next up, we got Red Velvet and Hikaru Shida. How do you see this going?
This is by far in both tournaments. This is by far the worst match in both tournaments.
Oh, I don't. Well, I don't like Red Velvet, but I think Hikaru Shida is the third most talented person on the. I think the worst match will be definitely Riho and Ruby Soho.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think Shida can go. Shida's really, really good.
No, I know.
Red Velvet sucks, though.
Yeah. I guarantee it. We see Jay Cargill.
Yeah, she'll be on commentary.
Oh, there it is. So, what matches are we seeing tonight? Again.
So tonight we're seeing.
I know the men's matches, but what about the women? I know it's only one.
We're just seeing Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter.
Gotcha.
The only women.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about Rampage, but they usually announce it during the show.
Yeah.
To pop the crowd, you know what I mean? Lucky crowd, man. I can't wait till that's us, bro. We get to find out the matches we're just about to see.
Dude, did you hear that Forbidden Door sold out in like 40 minutes?
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yep.
Good for them.
Over $1 million gate.
City, so. What's that?
$1 million the gate that AEW's bringing home.
All right. Shit. So, I know I said heels always lose, but when the other person's on commentary. Now that I'm saying that, Jade Cargill's probably not going to be on commentary because Hikaru Shida's been losing as of late, and I think that was maybe to set up the Red Velvet win, make it more believable.
Yeah.
Because Red Velvet hasn't beat anybody of significance.
Yeah.
Right? But you don't want to bury the baddies right off the baddies. Right off the bat-ease.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking the same thing. You don't want to bury the baddies, and this would just be a nice place to give Red Velvet a win.
Yeah, and we say all the time that you can have both people go over just by having a good match. That only works if the babyface loses. Most of the time, the heel's not going to get any heat.
Yeah.
The heat that they need by having a good match.
Yep.
Heels don't get heat by having good matches,
Yep.
right? Heels actually kind of lose heat by having good matches. That's why we see them cheat so often.
Yeah.
I learned, since we started this podcast, I've been flooding my brain with wrestling
Yes,
knowledge,
sir.
so I like to spit that out as much as I can. But yeah, let's move on to the second round. We got Jamie Hayter versus the Joker. I think that Jamie Hayter wins here. I don't care who the Joker is, simply because we want to make her look good for that Britt Baker feud that she's about to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think it would just be a nice it would be it's almost a perfect spot because we need Jamie Hayter elevated because we already know that like Britt Baker's like way up here. So it would be a nice like way to give a little promise to Jamie Hayter. But I also would not be against it if it is Ember Moon. If Ember Moon does win, like I wouldn't be against it. Like it's it's Athena, but that's just me.
Remind me, did Britt Baker lose the title in the cage match against Thunder Rosa?
Yes, because it was in San Antonio.
So she's getting the Adam Cole treatment, which is funny that they're dating, where she can't win when the stakes are even, right? So we don't know. Okay, speaking in kayfabe for a minute here, because it just makes it make more sense. Because Britt Baker's been cheating to win, we don't know if she's actually a good wrestler. Out of kayfabe, we know she's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, duh, it's Britt Baker. Back in kayfabe. So wouldn't it be sweet if Jamie Hayter beat the person that Britt Baker lost to clean? Wouldn't that piss Britt Baker off like a shit ton? That sounds like something that would tick her off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that just adds on to the heat for the feud, and it's literally written for you. Like, I can give you this paper, Tony Khan. I have you my bracket if you want it.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm hoping maybe we do see. I'm hoping, like, I guess we definitely need Jamie Hayter to win because Jamie Hayter is the one that's been there on television. She would need the win over Athena a lot more.
Yeah, 100%. Moving on, we got Ruby Soho. You had Ruby Soho and Red Velvet, right? Or did you have Hikaru Shida?
I had Ruby Soho and Red Velvet.
Okay, yep. So we have the same ones here. Once again, same story as last time. I think Ruby Soho needs this win more than Red Velvet needs this win. I think that one win dignifies Red Velvet enough. She doesn't need to look like somebody that can beat Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
She just doesn't need to because Jade Cargill, even Kiera Hogan is, in my opinion, more talented than Red Velvet. So she's got two people in her stable that can wrestle better than her. She doesn't need this win, but Ruby Soho does.
Yeah.
To you.
I'm gonna lose this very loosely. I really don't feel that there's like a type of four horse women in AEW like there is in WWE. But I think if there were to be one, I think you'd see Britt Baker and Ruby Soho on that list.
Yes.
And just by that, I think you should give Ruby Soho this win and send her to the finals. Because I think the two people I wanted to see win this match, honestly, is Serena Deeb and or Ruby Soho. And honestly, like, who knows? Like, Serena Deeb could be our Joker. Like, we don't know.
I would not mind that.
And if
that would be sweet.
If that's the case, I would love to see a Ruby Soho and Serena Deeb finals.
We can't, because the finals are the same day that she's going to challenge for the belt.
There it is. So that ain't happening. There it is.
But yeah, feel the same way. Ruby Soho needs to win. We're on to the finals. Did you have the Joker winning, or did you have Jamie Hayter winning? You had Jamie Hayter winning,
Yeah.
right? Yep. So, yeah, Jamie Hayter, Ruby Soho. I think personally, I don't have to say Doctor, Britt Baker gets involved, intrudes Jamie Hayter over, igniting the feud. That's a perfect way to do it, especially because you don't. I'm just looking at this bracket. All these women can lose clean and stay face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's booked the way that I have it booked, not to sound pretentious, but if it's booked the way that I have it booked, then everybody here can lose, except for clean and it stay face, except for Jamie Hayter, who we need to stay looking good. But that's okay because Britt Baker's gonna screw over Jamie Hayter.
Yeah. I do think maybe this would be a good time to, like, at the same time, though, we know that Britt Baker hates Ruby Soho, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like,
they're telling a very it's been a prominent thing on Dynamite, the
Yeah.
story that they're telling. Like every single week for the past month, it's been those 4 women backstage
Yeah.
with Toni Schiavone.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we had some major storytelling going on the west side of the bracket,
Yep.
right? Which would be dope. And not to just eat Tony Khan's ass, but like he's a great booker.
He is.
Like he can get it done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I really cannot wait for tonight, bro. Like, I can't wait to see who wins. But yeah, I do think Ruby Soho is going to be your Owen Hart Women's Tournament winner.
Yeah, 100%. And just going through I feel like we can speed run the rest of the card really quick.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy. I got a funny feeling Jungle Boy wins this match. I really do. It's gonna look weird because he's not a member of Team Taz. But I seriously do think he gets this win. I really do hope he gets this win because that would be sweet, and it would be the first time a non-member of Team Taz will hold the TNT title, excluding Brian Cage, but he lost it the second he left. So I don't know if you remember, it happened the second the Punk era was starting. Brian Cage had the TNT title for like a second, but as he had it, he broke away from Team Taz and tried to get it, but then Ricky Starks won it from him. So it's never really been outside of Team Taz, and I think it's ready to happen.
Yeah, I think this is how we see Hook end up getting the title. I think Hook is going to be the one to beat Jungle Boy eventually. So I do think that, because we already know how good of a wrestler. I mean, Ricky Starks is a good wrestler too, but Jungle Boy, bro, is just special in the ring. And I think since he didn't win and we were very surprised that he didn't get into the Owen Hart tournament, and I gotta think that this is the reason why.
Yeah, it makes sense when you play it out here, and it makes Kyle O'Reilly look strong, which in turn makes Rey Fenix look strong, which in turn makes the Joker look strong.
Yeah.
So it all works out if Jungle Boy wins this match.
Yeah.
Next up, we got our only other match is CM Punk versus John Silver. And I think this is a quick 10-minute match. CM Punk goes over.
Yep.
It's John Silver's hometown. They'll shake hands at the beginning. They'll shake hands at the end. 2 baby faces in AEW. We know how the story goes.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. CM Punk has arguably one of the biggest matches in his career against Adam Hangman Page for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. You ain't having him lose a couple weeks before.
No, which sounds so reasonable and logical, but then you look at WWE and they oh my gosh. Anyways, then we got a Wardlow contract signing. If you want to get more, just because we're going to go on for a long time, if you want to hear about that from us, go to our Rampage review, because we talked a lot about what we see from this feud and the matches and the results
Dynamite
on that side. Dynamite review?
I think it was our Dynamite review.
Okay, our Dynamite review. So that was our Thursday one. But yeah, so the last thing up is the Jericho Appreciation Society victory speech, and the only thing I have to say about that is I hope Eddie Kingston shows up without eyebrows.
I think that'd be funny. I think it would be so funny if he showed up with no eyebrows. I think the Wardlow contract signing is definitely going to be the most enjoyable thing about this for me.
Yeah, I'm a huge MJF fan. I love the stories he tells in the ring. Who isn't a huge MJF
You know,
fan?
and you know what, Charlie? If you want to hear our thoughts about it live, like as Dynamite is happening, you should join our Twitter. Our Twitter
You should
space
join our
chat
Twitter Spaces.
and have a chat with us about it.
Yeah, 100%. And we're going to be in there about 30 minutes. Pardon me. So we're going to start doing our pre-shows at 6:30 and ending around 7:30. That way you guys get time to, get settled in, grab a drink, get some popcorn. You know how it goes.
Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go get ready for the show tonight, and we will see you guys in about 30 minutes. So until then, follow us on Twitter, guys, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we will see you guys tonight for Twitter Space. Peace.
Treat each other with respect.
Treat each other with respect.